Hey everyone, welcome to Papa's Workshop. In this video, I want to talk about the Food Saver by VEVOR. And in my case, I'm not going to call it a food saver. I'm going to call it a filament saver because I used a PLA filament and it needs to be protected from the moisture and the humidity when it's not in use. And this right here is the unit that I'm talking about. This has proven to be far superior to the one that I was previously using that's now in the kitchen just as a food saver. To many people out there, this is a food saver because it will vacuum seal your food and protect it when you put it into the freezer, and it will last much longer without the freezer burn. However, to me, this is a filament saver for the 3D printer. Now this one actually is a vacuum and seal when you hit this, and you can also cancel the operation if you wish, and you can also push normal or gentle depending on the amount of pressure that you want. And then depending on if you have dry or moist food, you can select this. Of course, with the filament, I'm always going to use the dry setting. Now this pulse and canister, I typically don't use because I'm not going to be putting a filament into a canister or a ball jar of any type. You can even marinate the meat with this one, and then the manual seal just makes it where you can form the bag. So let me show you how this unit works. It is really pretty amazing, and quite frankly better than the one that I have in the kitchen that my wife is using. When you raise up this lid, you actually have a storage area for the bags. And I can raise this up, pull this down to the size that I need it. And this is actually a cutter. So I can actually cut the bag now. And this is going to be my bag. But I need to seal this edge. So I want to seal this edge. And this is here is the area where you can seal the bag. So I'm going to put that right there and then close the lid and then manually seal. And you can see this edge right here where it sealed it. Now I can turn it around to the other end and put the filament in. After I finish the job of printing, I'll take the spool off. The thing that I do is I take this line and I tape it right to this edge. That way it stays nice and tight on the spool and it's not going to get tangled up. So that's a little suggestion that I'm going to give to you, is just tape it to the side, and that way it'll always be ready for you and you know where the end is. This vacuum seal machine by VEVOR is absolutely amazing. This works so much better than the one that I had used previously that's now in the kitchen. I just cannot express just how good this one works. But let me show you. Then I'll just stretch this nice and tight, put it right in here, because this is where the vacuum portion is. And once the lid is closed, you need to make sure that it's fully closed, and you'll hear it snap. That orange tab on each side is the locking mechanism, and you'll hear it click when you have the lid closed. From there, we're going to hit vacuum and seal. And now the machine will start, and this is set on the normal setting. And you can see it's pulling out the air. It's creating a seal now to be able to make this airtight. And you can see just how tight this is pulling. This is far better than that previous one that we had talked about before. When the vacuum portion is done, it automatically converts over to the seal and seals this bag. Then just push the orange button on each side to be able to release it, and it comes right out. Now the little gasket there where it was sealed was my fault. From the previous time that I had used it, I actually did not put this back in correctly. And that's something I should have checked before I sealed this one. But as far as this package, you can see the results are amazing. This creates the airtight package that I need that will protect this filament. Now the one thing that I don't like about this machine is the fact that it doesn't have an off and on switch. So when you're ready to use this, you have to plug it in, and after you finish vacuum sealing your items, you have to unplug it. Other than that, I absolutely love this new machine. And quite frankly, I like this one better than the one that I had previously used in the video that we had bought, quite frankly, as just a food saver. But now I have this VEVOR food saver, or in my case, filament saver, in with my 3D printers. Now the old way that I stored it was just in a Ziploc bag, and that really doesn't do a whole lot because there's still a lot of air in there. So I'm going to take this one out and we're going to vacuum seal it also. And you'll notice that I have the tape on here doing the same thing, holding that in place so that I don't lose the end and this doesn't get all knotted up. So we'll raise this up, pull this out, put it down, cut it, drop it down to right here, close the lid, hit manual seal. You can see a purple light right here. When that purple light turns off, it's done. And you can see a perfect seal right there. And if you have these, you can throw those into the bag also. And now it's time to seal it. Just set it right in there. Then I hit the vacuum seal button, and this is being done in real time. I have not sped this up. So you can actually see the vacuum working, and it's pulling all the air out of this bag. Once this pump turns off, it'll automatically seal the top edge on this bag, and the work is done. Open it up, and you have that completely sealed, ready for the next time you need it. If you'd like to learn more about the VEVOR Food Saver, I have a link in the description so that you can go directly to the website and take a look at this. In addition, you'll find a discount code there also, should you choose to make this purchase and add this in with your 3D printers. To me, this is an ideal way to be able to store the filament, to be able to protect it from the humidity and the moisture that's in the air so that you do not have problems when you print with the filament. And this is such an easy way to be able to do it with the VEVOR Food Saver that I can't imagine anyone doing the 3D printing without having a setup like this to protect that filament. You have to protect your investment. So I want to thank everybody for watching this real short video today, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future videos. So for now, I'm going to say bye-bye. See you real soon.